I have always the DNA, since I am a child, for fight against inequality. I could never see that people were suffering from being different.
The hardest thing that I've ever had to do in my life was transitioning from the military. It's this huge identity crisis that you have to struggle with.
I was born in Liberia, and when I was 3 years old, there was a civil war. First images of myself was in a refugee camp, having to wait to be provided food. There was always a sense of tomorrow's not guaranteed.
The whole reason why I joined the military, the primary reason was this concept of selfless service. At age 42, I'm removed from that environment. Not only do I have to redefine my professional identity, I have to redefine my personal identity, my social identity.
In Switzerland, 45 years ago, it was not easy for immigrants. My parents divorced and my mother took 2 jobs at that time. I remember her very tired and sad. That was the moment where I decided I will be independent for my mom, for my sons, and obviously for myself.
When we first got to the camp, my mom led a bunch of the other refugees to kind of sit down and say, we have to make this a home. UN and UNICEF, they were all there. By them providing resources, my life changed immediately. And I want to be able to do that for people.
I had custody of my kids, but it was a terror of failing, not being able to live up to my standards that they'd set for me as a father. It's at this point where I discovered Salesforce.
I got into technology by really helping nonprofits. And then I discovered Salesforce. And so I just kind of like dived really deep into Trailhead. I'd kind of like marry it for like a year or 2.
I joined Salesforce 3 years ago. I started bringing women back to work because we needed more women in technology and more women in our ecosystem. I created this program to hire women with a longer career break, which are not coming from the tech industry, and to give them the possibility to work part-time.
I would not have been able to make that transition, make that jump to a career in tech without Trailhead and without Trailhead Military, hands down. I came for the technology. I love the Salesforce platform. I stayed for the community. I found a way to give back, to provide that selfless service, and I found that through mentoring other trailblazers in the community.
We have partnered up with United Methodist University with the help of Salesforce to create a full-blown curriculum. People who never knew like Salesforce existed, and now they have access to employment that is not happening in West Africa right now.
Women which had a longer career break, they come with a very low confidence. We are working to bring her confidence back.
I want to help others have that same experience where their transition, whether it's from the military or not from the military, into our ecosystem is much easier.
To me, a trailblazer is someone who's willing to go an extra mile for others.
Trailblazers don't look at failure the same way that other folks do. So they see failure as a necessary part of the learning process.
A great trailblazer is the one that are crazy enough to believe they can change the world, and they then really do.